Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Demi being from Charleston, South Carolina. I am coming to you with Mailbag Tuesday. I know it's supposed to be on Sunday, but YouTube rejected my video because it was too long, whatever. So we're just going to jump right into the questions. And by the way, your questions were rocking. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. First question is nutrition regimen. I get asked this all the time, and Priya, shout out, and Jenna Hensley and Josh Norwood, some peeps on Twitter asked me this question recently. They want to know like what I eat on a daily basis. And this is kind of like a tricky question for me to answer because what I do is really different from what a lot of people do. I am a pescatarian, which means I eat fish, and but I don't eat red meat or chicken. So this is due to a lot of health issues that are in my family. So we're trying to be like proactive about it, so to avoid it, and it works for us. So I know it doesn't work for everyone, which is totally fine. So what we do is we try to stick to a 2,000 calorie, and I'm just estimating there because we don't really count calories. And but I did my first round of P90X just to make sure I got the results I wanted. But we do eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, a lot of we eat eggs, we drink a ton of water, nuts, seeds. We cook with really good oils like omega-3 oils and flax oil. So just really nutrient dense foods like Shakeology, and we just try to make every bite count. We don't eat a lot of empty calories. We don't consume soda, not a lot of juice and whatnot. So we just keep it interesting and try to find different ways to get protein into our diet. So that's kind of like what I eat every day. I hope that answered that question. Next question, it comes from Robert Earl Jones. What's up, Robert? He wants to know about P90X adaptability from a wheelchair. Robert, I don't know if you know who Cammie Lusk is, but she won $25,000 in the $1 Million Body Game last year at the summit. She did P90X from a wheelchair and lost, I think it was 70 pounds. So know that it can be done. What she always said is that she did what she could as hard as she could. She lifted heavy. She did as much cardio as she could. With abs, I know you're asking me about that. You can contract your abs anywhere, anytime, just by going down. And you can see right here, you have to exhale. And you're contracting your abs and you're working your abs right there. Then you can bring it to the side, work your obliques. Do it to the other side, work the other side. But you want to make sure that your tailbone is tilted under when you do it. So you go. So you can really do it that way. You can really work your lower abs too. So know that it can be done. You can have a great abdominal workout. Also check out YouTube. There's a lot of demonstration videos on there as well. Next question comes from Chip Calloway. He wanted to know how long it took me to have my abs to where I wanted to get them, and after having kids and whatnot. In answer to that question, it took me almost 2 years. After my second child, it was really, really hard to get my body back, and it's just one word: consistency. A lot of people give up just way too early because they think it just can't happen for them, and that's just a lie. It was very discouraging at first because after my first baby, I popped back like that. I was a lot younger, but this time I was older, so it just took longer. And but I kept at it, and you got to work your abs, every other day. Honestly, your abs recover faster than other muscles in your body, so you can work them harder and more frequently. So I would say every other day. And doing not just Abra X. Being a coach, you get that 25% discount. So, honestly, I have every single program that Beachbody has. So what I do every other day, I try to do a different ab workout from a different Beachbody program. So just to keep it interesting and variety and whatnot. So that's what I do. And honestly, everyone tells you this, abs are made in the kitchen, which is so true. You got to make sure you're drinking, work yourself up to drinking a gallon of water a day. Honestly, that's so important, just to flush your body out, and just eat clean, and don't eat past 8, get enough sleep, that kind of thing. And make sure you have a good, well-rounded exercise routine, including weights and cardio. And someone asked me that too, like, what do I think it was on Twitter. I forget who it was. I apologize. They wanted to know if I leaned more towards cardio or towards weights. And in answer to that question, I do both. You can't have one without the other. You can't be like thin and you'll be like skinny fat. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's hard for me to describe, but people who do cardio, they might be, thin, but there's no muscle tone. And honestly, I like to have muscle tone. I think most women would much rather prefer some muscle tone in their body. So you have got to have weights incorporated. And it's also essential for long-term weight loss and just health in general. Cardio, weights, that's the only way. Okay, the next question, Annie Blaylock. She's another Beachbody coach. Hey, Annie. She wants to know how to run a fit club. Annie, when I ran my fit club, we leased out a space in the area because we live in a small condo. But you can do it anywhere. You can do it in your house, in your living room, in your garage, anywhere there's a floor that fits, however many people you want to have there. And what I also did is I set up like a mini table with products on it, third-party tools, and I made sure everyone signed in, so I had all their contact info all the time. So I encourage you to do that. I also made sure new guests, I would recognize them. Make sure you give out those third-party tools and get their contact info. So, and do a different workout every time. And then in the beginning of the class too, just make sure you let them know. Don't be shy about what you do. Tell them you are a coach and you're in a business, and explain the table and the products and the supplements, whatever you have out, and you'll be there to answer any questions. So I hope that helps. But that's what I did, and it worked really good. Next question, Kristen Reber. She wants to know how to nail that dang Drea roll. I know, Kristen, that can be hard. I didn't nail it for probably 2 months. So, you got to modify. I know they teach you how to modify with the arms, on the ground to push yourself up. And honestly, the first month, I think I wasn't even rolling. I was like staggering up because I had no core strength for a long time. So you just got to do what you can. Honestly, that's all you can do. Just really try hard every time. Contract your abs, use both hands, push yourself up, use your hands to push yourself up all the time if you need to. Just get yourself up. And eventually use one hand, and then eventually you'll be up there in no time. Just keep at it. Don't give up, okay? Next question. First off, Eric Hollingsworth graduated P90X with his wife, lost 20 pounds, rock on, graduate. He wants to know, he doesn't want to lose any weight. He got the job done, but he wants to build muscle and lose body fat. In answer to that question, you need to consume 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight a day, along with creatine. Okay, that Beachbody sells a men's creatine supplement. That said, taking that much creatine and protein every day, you got to lift heavy. You got to stay in a 6 to 8 rep range when you're lifting. Also, you need to make sure you're drinking a gallon of water a day, because the creatine and the protein can be a little taxing on your kidneys. So just make sure you're doing that. And you'll be all muscular in no time. Okay, next question. David Simpson, he wants to know, how do you get over soreness and still do P90X? David, sorry to say this, but you pretty much don't. You just got to push through. You're probably doing everything right if you're sore. Honestly, if I don't feel sore after working like arms or shoulders or legs or whatever, like the next day, I feel like I didn't do it hard enough. So if you're sore or a little achy, that's totally normal. You just got to push through. But make sure you're getting all your bases covered. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, you're eating good, drinking enough water, that kind of thing. So, and make sure you're drinking the P90X Results and Recovery drink, of course, 30 to 60 minutes post-workouts. And that, you're going to be sore, David. But, you know, just know that you're getting stronger. And you're probably doing everything right. So rock on. And I think that's it, you know. I think I'm in my time range. And yes, I am. So I encourage you to keep the questions coming. I love answering your questions. They can be about anything. They don't have to be just about fitness and health. So I encourage you to ask me more and more questions. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.